So good afternoon, Dr. Monique Elouan.
Good afternoon.
As General Director of OIE, or World Organization for Animal Health, you welcome the organizer of the second conference on alternative to antibiotics. And you recently addressed in the opening ceremony the objective to reduce the usage of antimicrobials in animal production, to keep their efficiency when needed in animals, as well as to keep the antibiotic potential for human. What does this week mean for you?
Well, this week is very interesting and important for you. And thank you for giving me the opportunity to share that with you. Because, as you know, the OIE was strongly involved last year in the preparation of the Global Action Plan developed by WHO with regard to antimicrobial resistance. And a few weeks ago, in compliance with this Global Action Plan, the OIE also launched its own strategy. And if you look at this strategy, one of the main pillars of this strategy, the main objective of this strategy, is to encourage, to support the development of new research in order to improve also our knowledge on antibiotics, on antimicrobials, but also on alternative to antibiotics. Because as you mentioned, decreasing the level of use of antibiotics is now a shared and a common objective for many partners, including the OIE, and therefore research is one of the main pillars in order to reach the target.
Okay, so you insist a lot on antimicrobial resistance, in fact, as a key priority for your organizations. And you also insist on the fact that it's a global objective. So it's a tripartite organization with WHO and FAO. And you all three, I would say, have the same objectives. Do you think that this antimicrobial resistance is really considered by the governments worldwide?
It's true that until now, the debate was more a debate among the scientific world. But now, particularly since last September, when the UN General Assembly organized this high-level meeting, I do believe that now all the policymakers and head of state, of government, well understood that that is now also a political issue, a political concern. So therefore, since the declaration at the end of this high-level meeting, all the member countries, all the states are now committed in order to develop at national level their own action plan for the implementation of the Global Action Plan designed both by WHO but as well also by FAO and OIE.
Yeah, and so you are convinced that you are able to influence these action plans and to stimulate the member countries to really implement this action plan?
Yes, we are very confident to influence member countries because that is not a new topic for the OIE. Yeah. We start now several years ago to develop activities, to develop the awareness also of our member countries with regard to the risk of antimicrobial resistance. And today, of course, they are ready to start when they did not start already. But we need also to understand that the way will be long and that they need support. Because when we talk about global action plans, that is not only to draft a paper. Yeah. We have also to concretely implement on the field some activities. That means also education, that means awareness, that means training, that means more explanation about best practices. That means also more information about potential alternative, etc. That is not only a drafting a national action plan.
Yeah, you mentioned, and also you mentioned during the opening ceremony, the education, the role to influence, in fact, through the education. How far are you involved in the veterinary education in the different countries? And
yes, thank you for the question, because it's true that education is now for several years also an objective for the OIE, not only with regard to antimicrobial resistance, but also because education is a key pillar, a cornerstone for the improvement of the good governance. Yeah. And good governance, that is for prudent use of medicine, that is also for better tackling animal diseases. So therefore, all what we can do in order to improve the education, the information, not only of veterinarians, but also of farmers, but also of national authorities, are welcome in order also to be sure that our recommendation, our advice be well understood.
There are international standards accepted worldwide, but there may be large difference regarding their implementation in the different country members. Can you comment on that?
Fortunately, we have already standards on the prudent use. Now the problem is to know exactly how these standards are implemented. And if they are not well implemented, why they are not well implemented. So therefore, currently we are building a database in order to collect information from our member countries. Sometimes we collect very few information, but progressively we'll improve that in order to have the picture at the first day. And then progressively we could follow how member countries, according to their own commitment, could improve the implementation of this standard. But in parallel also, we have in mind, and we have the project, to develop like an observatory in order also to be better informed on the difficulties for a good implementation of a standard. Because sometimes, really, member countries are really difficulties, face constraints for a good implementation. And we have also to consider these difficulties and their constraints in order either to adjust or adapt the standard if they are not well elaborate, or to develop program in order to support the member countries to face and to solve these difficulties.
So it's interesting. So 10 years ago, when Europe removed the antibiotic growth promoters, we imposed that on all European countries and so on. And actually, more and more countries are moving away from antimicrobials. But some are even going further. Like USA today, they say no antibiotic ever means no antibiotic at all. Do you think that on the standards, we could have a common standard in all countries in a reasonable time?
Usually, you know, standards are adopted after long discussion and after the member countries found a consensus. And consensus usually means a balance between all and nothing. So therefore, we will see what the member countries will decide and what kind of standard they will adopt.
Okay. And as a last question, in fact, this week, during the Alternative to Antibiotic Conference, they are targeting different solutions. Do you have your own idea about the ideal solutions, or how the solution can develop and really help to reduce the antimicrobial usage?
I'm not sure that we can say that we will have one ideal solution. Probably it will be a more complex solution by implementing different options, different alternatives, and therefore such symposium, such as the current one, is very interesting in order also to open the mind of all the different policymakers that probably they have to be prepared to implement the different options in parallel together and not only one option.
Thank you very much, Dr. Monique Alouat.